Sorry, guys, we're just stretching out. You know, we just beat up a movie, so we feel like we need to just take a minute to cool down and do a little stretch and a bend.
And I'm Toby.
Hi, how you doing? So, if you have not seen the movie and you don't want it spoiled, what are you doing here? Go, stop watching this video. Seriously, click the tab away. Go away and watch another thing. If you don't care about spoilers or you've already seen the movie and you just want to hear us bitch and moan and theorise and complain and talk about bits we did like, which might happen, we don't know, this is kind of organic, then stick around. The spoiler people gone? People don't want spoilers if they left us? Yeah, good, okay.
Oh, it still going.
Oh yeah, come on. Oh, I mean, he's eating a burrito over his keyboard.
Who eats a burrito over a keyboard? Where's your plate?
Who eats burritos? Willingly. Okay, you do.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Freak! Batman isn't Batman in this movie.
And Superman is bland.
Well,
I think
depending on who's writing him, that can be a case quite often,
in the
unfortunately. Film. But yeah, Superman's a wonderful character who gets mishandled more than most other characters in the canon. Batman is not Batman, and I'm not talking about the no-killing thing, because in this movie he kills people. Keaton killed people. He didn't maliciously kill people, but he killed people. There's one moment in this film where he kills somebody that I was kind of fine with, and it was the one scene. It was the one scene in the entire movie I enjoyed, which is the scene where Batman goes in to save Martha Kent from the thugs.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, I understand.
It was brutal as hell, but I was like, this is an Arkham game come to life. Like down to him literally hitting the guns with bloody explosives on the guns that just sort of shocked them and everything. It was like, this is Batman. This is Arkham and stuff like. And it got to like the guy's got the flamethrower pointed at Martha, and he's like, Batman's got like a guy. He grabbed a guy's gun. Yeah, he's holding a guy using his shield for his gun. And the guy's like, I'll do it. He's like pointing the flamethrower at Martha Kent. He's like, put it down. He's like, I'll do it. I'll kill her. And Batman sort of looks at it, realises there's no other alternative, and he goes, I believe you. Shoots the guy's tank canister on the back. As he lights on fire, he leaps over Martha, like gets the cape over completely. But did you notice he pushes the guy he's holding back? So he even tries to push him out of the explosion. Yeah, it's not like an obvious like I'll put you over here. It's just like a bump, and he flies forward, puts his cape over Martha. So that guy's possibly dead, but even so. So he did it because he had to. Here's the thing: in this world, if this Batman kills people so carelessly, like in the car chase, shooting fools with a machine gun. Which every Batmobile's had. Why have the Batmobiles got guns?
Fine with projectiles, but with why guns? Why bullets? Why something that could kill someone?
Yeah. Well, you know, they obviously... what happened is Zack Snyder obviously looked at like 3 or 4 things and used them as adaptations, and one of them must have been the Arkham Knight tank battles, because everyone loved them! So he is shooting people left, right and centre. So if he kills thugs and hired goons and... You know, people are probably at their wits' end, people who are desperate, people who have nothing left and they need money to care for their family or look after themselves or get out of town. One more job. Just one more job and I can get away from this life. If he's happy to kill those guys, why has the Joker's neck not been snapped? Why has Bane not been gutted? Why has Poison Ivy not been thrown into a deep well with no plant life and sealed up? Do you see what I'm saying? If that's what this Batman's like, then why do the supervillains go to Arkham? Which we know they do, because Suicide Squad's coming out, and it's got Deadshot, Harley Quinn, and the Joker.
And Batman. He's in it as well.
And Batman, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like, Killer Croc is in Suicide Squad, so we know that his villains are still alive. So what makes them so special? Oh yeah, Snyder didn't think about this.
One of the biggest things about the Batman character...
or whatever his name is.
One of the biggest things about the Batman character is he's always on the edge of being bad. He's always on the edge. He's one bad day away from being... He's one more bad day away from being them. The difference is he chose the right path. He's a psycho, but he's choosing it to save people. He took his bad day and forced it into 20 years of travelling and training and learning and pain and turned it into something that saves lives. Which, by the way, this Batman in this film doesn't seem like he's had any training. He just seems like he just goes in with brute strength and just punches people. Yeah. There's no, you know, you think
there's some tech use, like when he utilises the kryptonite gas and stuff. Like he obviously plans for things.
Which, can I ask? It's just a gun that shoots gas. It's a gas. It's a grenade launcher. And then he shoots a tracker to one of the trucks that has the kryptonite in it. And it's a sniper.
There's lots of imagery in this movie of Batman holding guns that aren't guns. Now there is a bit in the fight Not in that fight, but
the dream sequence.
The dream sequence.
He's just shooting people.
He's just shooting people with an Uzi.
Dream sequence.
Oh, Christ. Yeah, dream sequence, i.e. prophetic visions. Which they don't explain. They don't explain why he's seeing Apocalypse, why he's seeing Darkseid's emblem in the ground, why there are parademons, why Superman seems to be working with the parademons.
Or, even better, so it looks like, if any of you played Injustice,
Yeah.
it's the exact same sort of storyline. He basically jumps down the well, you've seen it in the trailer, because you've seen all of the film in the trailer. You've got these guards with the Superman emblem on the side.
Yeah.
He goes up and basically says to Batman, "You've taken her away from me, you've taken away my world, and now I'm going to take yours." Basically, the Injustice
And then he rips
plot.
Batman's heart out.
Yeah, and he rips Batman's heart out.
I'm going to say something. A lot of people judge Injustice on the surface. I've played the story mode at least twice now because I got it on PS3 and then I got the definitive edition on PlayStation Plus and PS4. And Injustice is great. And I'm going to say there'll be people who'll be like, but it's not Superman. Here it is. Because the real Superman, the proper one, is in this story too. And he's not in the first section when everyone gets some of the guys get separated and taken to this alternate reality where a Superman has been broken. But he shows up later and he cleans it up and he's like, "You are not me. You are an abomination of what I stand for." Like, and he helps take him out, and he doesn't kill the other Superman. He even detains him and dethrones him. It's like, dude, yes. But like that movie, that game, I call it a movie because the cinematics are really well written. That game is a great way to do a story like this, a story of good guys gone bad, good guys at each other's throats. But I don't want to see that.
Just like
In
that,
my first movie of these guys meeting. Have you seen World's Finest? The Superman animated series is a 3-parter. And it's now, the good thing to come out of this is they've now started restocking the DVD of it. You can get it now. It's Batman and Superman the animated series. It's the story of their first meeting. And it is about a misunderstanding. Batman comes to Metropolis to clean up some stuff where he knows it's from Gotham that connects Metropolis. Luthor is involved in that stuff. Superman stops Batman. He's like, "Whoa, I don't like what you're doing. You're scaring people. You're frightening people. You're using force to attack people and stuff. I don't like it." And Batman's like, "Stay out of my way, mate." And they find out each other's identity. It's brilliant because like Batman's confronting Superman, and Superman just takes one look at him and interrupts him and goes, "Bruce," because he obviously just sees through the cowl. Batman goes, "Huh?" and freaked out, and then he follows him to his apartment later, and Clark sees a tracker on his cloak, because he's like, "What the hell?" He looks out the window like over 20 blocks, and there's Batman with some binoculars.
Can I ask as well?
Goes,
I'd like to say as well.
great. But they realise that their ideologies, though they take different approach, what they're trying to do is the same thing. And they team up, and it's like, look, we're going to have to get used to each other, and it's like, we are, but I respect you. It's like, I respect what you do. And it's like, good. Not you. Oh, you're a monster.
Where's Superman's X-ray vision in this film?
Which they, if I remember correctly, Man of Steel, they show that off. There's that scene where he's in the cupboard as a kid, and he's trying to control it, and he can see through things. He see through walls and his own skin and everything.
And even mentions in the courtroom scene where the wheelchair blows up, he says, I should have seen it.
I should have seen it.
Well, apparently
you also should have smelt the jar of piss.
There's a jar of piss.
Oh my god, there's a jar of piss in this movie.
That is the embodiment of this film. Is a jar of piss. Can we write a review?
That painting should be the other way around, because we know the truth, don't we, Senator? The devils don't come from beneath us, they come from the sky. You know what? He shouldn't have said that. We should have seen the portrait in an establishing shot of the demons and the angels. And then at the end, when they're searching his place, we should have seen that it had been turned round.
Yeah.
And then without saying anything, you'd go, oh. Like, you can see the madness. Because this isn't Luthor. It's Alexander Luthor Jr. He makes reference to his father several times. His father established the company. Now, obviously, Lex's dad, I think in most continuities, things like Smallville, Lex's dad did sort of start up LexCorp, and Lex runs it now, but they sort of make a thing of like, this isn't him. And I'm so glad it isn't him. Because, good God. Will we ever get Superb Lex Luthor on film? Gene Hackman had a damn good go in the first two Superman movies, and then, he tries his best in Quest for Peace. Kevin Spacey's pretty entertaining and comic book villainy in Superman Returns. Probably one of the strongest things about that movie. He's obviously having a lot of fun. But I don't know what the hell was wrong with Luthor.
There's no progression. So we can take Batman, for example. Yeah. We don't need to know him training. We don't need to know how he gets where he is, because we already know Batman, right? But then with Luthor, there's no...
no, but we have to open the movie with the death of the Waynes.
Oh, we have to.
People haven't seen that before.
Martha. Can I ask as well? He drops down the well when he runs away from the funeral.
Yeah.
And there's one of the pearls drops on the floor. Like, is he either carrying it around?
Well, they then established it was a dream sequence with the narration. But that, I mean, you saw me. I nearly left the cinema 3 minutes in when the bat circled round baby Bruce Wayne and he started to rise and his feet left the floor.
And he rises up into the light.
I want to leave. I want to leave now. I want to leave this film.
Can I just ask, right? I've recently just finished watching the superb Daredevil on Netflix.
Yeah.
Right? Would you agree?
Marvel fanboy!
Would you agree that this Batman's quite similar to the Punisher in a sense that what he's doing is wrong, he believes it's right?
You know people, they get back up. I knock them down, they don't get back up. They stay down. Yeah, this Batman is judge, jury, and executioner. And that's the thing.
Which he gets pictures.
Clark takes Polaroids somehow and labels it. I don't understand.
When does Clark have time in the whole film? There must be about 5 or 10 minutes of this film where Lauren Fishburne's going, where's Clark? Hey guys, you seen Clark? He's not here.
You know how Alfred is always the voice of reason in most Batman media?
Yeah.
Like, he's the one who, like, when Bruce gets those moments where he's like, I could have done it, I could have saved them, or like, no, he needs to be taken. Alfred's like, look, shut the fuck up, Master Wayne. Yeah. You shut the fuck up, Master Wayne. Like, every version of Alfred is sort of his centre.
Yeah.
There's a scene that people absolutely despise in the 89 Batman when he lets Vicky Vale into the cave. They're like, why does he do it? You know, he just arrives in the cave and Vicky Vale's with him.
Yeah. And
it's like, oh my god, now she knows who he is. I love that scene. Because earlier in the film, you see Alfred expressing concerns that, like, the brilliant line where he says, like, I don't want to waste more time, something like, I don't want to waste more time grieving for lost friends or their sons. And in that one line, he's basically saying, you're going to die. And you're my responsibility and I'm not letting that happen.
Mm.
When he introduces Vicky, it adds another element into Bruce's life because now someone else knows what he's doing.
Mm.
And he has to rethink things. Alfred does it to ground Bruce, to remind him, you are a human freaking being. And even if you go ahead and do this vigilante thing till the day you die, till someone kills you, just know there are people who care about you, people who give a damn. Ground yourself, son. Get inside the head of a normal person for once and understand what it is you're fighting for and who you're fighting for. Alfred in this movie is once again the voice of reason.
I think Jeremy Irons does a very good job as Alfred.
I almost wanted at one point, though, Jeremy Irons to step aside and go, this isn't working, do you want to come in? And Sean Pertwee from Gotham just walk in, just bit smack Ben Affleck, go, sort yourself out, Master Wayne, I'm getting tired of your shit. And then just walk off.
And Ben Affleck's like...
Walk off to, like, the Force ghosts of Michael Caine and Michael Goff and the guy from the 60s show just going, yeah, like the League of Alfred.
And the animated Alfred
just like, oh my god, that would have been amazing. Because here's the thing, Bruce Wayne needs a goddamn reality check. He's 20 years into the business. A Robin has died on his watch, possibly killed by the Joker. Might be Jason Todd.
Yeah,
they never explain it.
They kind of hint that it's... I kind of got a hint where... Basically, they're saying in the conversation with Alfred, we're saying that good people can turn bad.
Yeah, good men, cruel. That's how it starts. The fever, the rain.
But I believe they kind of insinuate that the Joker is the Rob. There's the
fan theory that's going around that the Joker in Suicide Squad because he's much younger than this Batman and obviously hasn't been dancing the dance for 20 years with him. There's hints that Joker is Jason Todd.
I was glad they didn't do anything with that. You know, you see the suit in the staircase, and that's it.
Put it there as a reminder. Yeah. I guess
it's not like this person died because I was a.
But again, they don't explain it, and they're not brave enough because all the freaking suits in this movie have to look dour and dull as fuck. They're not brave enough to be like yellow R or green cape or just something so that the Joe Public can go Robin. Because I like a toddler in a park because a redbreast sits on a branch.
You know Joe Public, the famous bird watcher.
Robin! Yes, Joe Public. No, but like for example, if I was Robin, Joe Public, I would see that and just assume it was another bat suit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It is all the dark. It's the dark.
He had a bat on. Yeah, he had like a big staff, like the Arkham City.
No, Robin. It wasn't a staff. It was more of like an axe or something, or a spear.
Or an axe. Doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. A jar of piss, ladies and gentlemen. Elastigirl. I liked her. Okay.
Yeah, her sense character was fun, and here's the thing: truth. If Luthor was better, I don't mean Eisenberg's performance. I mean better cast Luthor and guarded, sophisticated. Sorry, what's my eye? It's bullshit.
No, it is. It's a jar of piss.
It's bullshit in my eye. If Luthor didn't have... It's a jar of piss in my eye. If Luthor was closer to Lex Luthor, and I don't mean like close to the comics, I want to be like the comics, man. Look, it's an interpretation, it's a film, you can do whatever you want with it, but as long as it's closer to the actual goddamn character, that scene would have been amazing. Because I think that scene was pretty good. Apart from the jar of piss. Like, there's a jar of piss. Like, I'm sorry, Superman's like, I didn't see it. It's like, talking about the bomb in the wheelchair. It's like, yeah, but the jar of piss on the desk should have been a giveaway something was up. Why doesn't the guy next to Helen... Like, Helen Hunt had to turn it... Is it Helen Hunt? I can't remember the actor's name. Holly Hunter? I can't remember. But she was great. Elastigirl. She turns around the jar to read the granny's apple juice.
I love how she has to do that.
She has to turn around a jar. Open jar. Like, you'd just be like, today is a day for trip. Why is there piss in here? And you pick up the jar of piss and go, there's a jar of piss. Christ alive.
And how did she know that...
He kills Mercy! Luthor kills Mercy! His bodyguard, who they don't utilise properly in this movie. But in the comic books and in the cartoons and everything, Mercy is a badass. She is his right-hand lady. She takes care of the physical stuff so he doesn't have to. She just takes a seat for him, placeholds for him, and gets blown up.
She's just an assistant.
She's just an assistant in a tight dress with some close-up shots of a bum walking away from camera. Amy Adams naked. Gal Gadot, backless dresses all the time. And then when she rocks up for the fight, she is in. I'm going to say it. If her character, if her Wonder Woman's been around for hundreds of years and stuff, why is she still in like short Roman skirt and corset?
Do you know what?
Like, do you know what I mean? She would rock up in like better armour.
She feels comfortable in it. She just comfortable in herself.
The thing is, I can't complain about the sexism of the shots of the ladies too much because they do have there's an unnecessary Clark shot of topless Clark in his living room.
Yeah, just cooking eggs, like, you know.
Cooking eggs, topless.
Topless.
Superman. He's like, oh, look, Lois, the fat's hitting me and it's doing nothing. Doesn't that turn you on? Like I'm turning these eggs? Lois. And then Batman gets some gratuitous pulling a tyre workout montage, which looks like he just spent one evening beating up a tyre. It's like a kid when you get a big empty cardboard box and you just play with it for an evening. You turn it into a fort and a car and things like that. It's like Bruce is going, oh, Alfred, I'm going to be busy for 15 minutes with fixing this tyre. Could you go over there and work on the kryptonite? Yeah, okay. Bye, Alfred. He's like running around with a tyre, beating it up and rubbing himself in oil. It's like, what is going on?
What did I say, Alfred? What other words? Always be recording.
The Lego Batman movie looks amazing. It actually looks brilliant. Can I ask you something?
Go on, ask me something.
Do you think, at any point, any of the characters' motivations were understandable? Any motivation? We've argued that Batman's is kind of understandable, but it's a mistake that Batman in his first or second year would make, not Batman in his 20th year. But do you think that Lex Luthor's motivation was understandable?
No.
I want to kill Superman. Why? Because I want to kill Superman. Right.
I think
I want to create a monster. Why? Because it'll kill Superman. But isn't the Batman going to kill Superman?
What's quite annoying is we have to sit here and say, well, I think it was because of this. They're not clear of what his motives are. I believe his motives are Superman is like a god. As obviously, Zack Snyder loves the Bible, and he's a devout Christian that thinks that Superman is the answer to everything. He basically got every other sentence is God. There's a God. So I think he thinks he's a god.
Bat versus God.
Bat versus...
Who was it? Son of Krypton versus Bat of Gotham. You should just say Dark Knight, mate.
Why is it Bat of Earth? What's wrong with Earth?
Oh, God. Okay, who else's motivation? Lois Lane. What was Lois Lane doing?
Just
trying to prove that LexCorp was somehow involved in a shooting in the desert.
Do you know what?
That apparently kicked it off, but didn't really? Because Man of Steel kicked off the story? I don't know.
Also, as well, I think she figures out, doesn't she, that the reason why because they try to frame Superman, obviously, for the shooting, for some reason, but they knew that Lois...
It was more like, it only happened because he was there. And it's like, mate, it happened before he arrived. And you know what I mean? Like, she was there saying, like, no, he arrived for me. Like, he didn't... and then we find out later that Lex set it up. So Lex has been playing this long game to take down Superman for a while.
So he's known that Superman is Clark Kent, must have.
Yeah, but we still don't know why. They don't establish why. Until the end, kind of, the jail cell, where he goes like, I've done it because now they've seen that a god can be killed, so they're coming. He's coming. Sequel bait is coming. But he's talking about the death of Doomsday. The death of Doomsday shows that, oh, look, there's power on Earth, come to us now. But he already knew that something was coming, apparently, which implies maybe that he's been having the same prophetic dreams as Batman has, which we don't get an explanation for. Batman at no point goes, like, the dreaming of his parents, the dreaming of him being carried to the light and everything at the beginning, it's like, okay, we can imagine Bruce might dream something like that. But then they don't say, like, Alfred was weird, last night I had another dream. Was it the death of your parents again, Master Wayne? No, there were these flying parademons and Superman soldiers, and I was in a trench coat. And we're on another planet, there was this symbol burned into the ground. It kind of looked like sequel.
And he's smart enough to know that it's the Omega sign.
And then I woke up, and then this other dude, this guy who apparently runs fast, but we didn't see him run, he just had lightning and a red mask and a mech suit for some reason, came forward and said, you were right about him, and then I woke up again. Double dream, Alfred.
You know when the Flash...
Double dream!
You know when the Flash
I hate this movie.
Travels in time and just goes to the Batcave like, Bruce, you were right, blah, blah, blah. I looked at it and thought, why is Cyborg just travelling through time? He looks like a mechanical suit.
But keep in mind, it was a dream. Now, this is how you do it. Tell your story. Tell a story. Don't do the Justice League setup. Don't do the Wonder Woman shoehorning. Find a better way to use her or don't leave her in. That's disgusting. And then at the end of the movie, after they've worked everything out and Batman's like, you know what, Superman? You're all right. And everything's great. And they go their separate ways. At the end of the movie, you have the Flash break through the time barrier and arrive in the Batcave and the armour fall off. And it's like, make Ezra Miller look older. And he gets up and he's like, you were right. And it's like, what? It's like, you were right. He needs to be stopped and have the Flash like die in Batman's arms.
No, I wouldn't say that. I'd say like...
Or something like that. And then end the movie on that and you're like, what? And hint of something else. Because then you've got a plot line. You can have your individual movies with your other characters and you can have these characters starting to meet and the entire time Batman is looking for the catalyst. Because now he's like, what does he mean? Does he mean Superman? And he'll be looking out for something. Which could then spur on the Justice League plot.
When is Justice League out? When's it meant to be?
2018, I think it's penciled in for.
2018, that's 2 years.
They start filming this week.
What?
I think. So
You're lying to...
No. They start filming like now.
I've had pregnancies that last longer than this.
Wonder Woman's in the can. Wonder Woman's in the can. We get Wonder Woman next year, and I think we get Justice League either at the very end of next year or 2018.
And then they're doing the other movies after? What's that? How's that even work?
Well, they don't want to be seen. Yeah, the cancel Cyborg. Oh, yeah. Can we get to those cameos? Actually,
yeah.
So then the Justice League starts with an email, and
because like, kids these days, they set up groups.
See, now there's a tease I don't mind when it's like a photo of Diana in 1918, and it's like this. You weren't trying to get this photo of yours from Lex. You were trying to get back this photo of you. What are you? Yeah, I'm down with that. And a photo of her with some soldiers, and you see Chris Pine's character there. That's a good idea for a tease because it makes you go, "What's that about?" And then when the Wonder Woman trailer arrives later in the year, you go, "Oh," and you'd go and see it.
Yeah,
that's a good tease. What follows next when she opens up the PDF? She gets her WinZip file opened up.
The WinRAR.
Oh my god, I hate it.
Not even encrypted. I work in IT, guys.
Aquaman.
Hackers are real.
Aquaman destroys an underwater drone.
Like a boss.
Like a boss.
For some reason in like the bowels of Titanic, just like swimming about. Like not even in Atlantis, just and for some reason it's got the Atlantis sign, but yeah, he's just chilling in a boat. Like it's not even like it just doesn't make any sense.
I would rather him not have seen the drone. I would rather the drones be the underwater
stumble
drones,
upon Atlantis.
Just be captured footage of him and some of his men or whatever going back, because then you go, what's this? That'd be cool. At the minute, it just looks like a undersea hobo just meandering about.
It would have been even good though if it would have like gone over a hill or something underwater hill. Saw Atlantis, and then you see something really fast come towards it and just take out the drone. They don't want anyone to know where Atlantis is.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
but they want to go. We've announced Jason Momoa, so here he is.
Yeah.
Ezra Miller. You see, I think they've confirmed that it's Barry Allen, which is going to confuse so many people.
I don't think it's going to confuse like the average goers. They don't care.
It will, because the thing, you know, what would be innovative if they just integrated their already existing TV universe into the movies.
Oh,
that'd be innovative, because that's something Marvel didn't do.
The only problem is that.
And there you go, DC. There's the thing. You can do this. All yours. You should have done that.
The only problem is with like TV.
Bring Grant Gustin. Bring Stephen Amell.
Well, the problem is with that is they've already faced their demons. So any other spin-off films, there's not a lot of people.
Don't do a film with those characters.
Oh, right.
Just bring them in for Justice League.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just whack them in.
Doesn't.
Well, that's the thing. They'll be like, yeah, well, the people who watch the TV, they're not going to come to the cinema. The people who watch the movies, they want stars. Yeah, well-known stars like Ezra Miller and Jason Momoa. And the actor playing Cyborg, who is a theatrical actor, which means he's definitely got the chops, but isn't a household name, so how exactly is that star power? I know who Grant Gustin is. I know who Stephen Amell is. I would happily watch Grant Gustin's version of The Flash in a Justice League movie. It'd make me happy. Cyborg. I just want to reiterate, this movie is on cereal boxes.
It's a 12A.
This movie has tie-ins. This isn't a direct Batman v Superman tie-in, but DC have greenlit Kinder Eggs, Easter egg Kinder Eggs with Batman and Superman in them. Alright? Batman and Superman of a better time.
I can confirm that is Batman.
Yeah. Wait a minute, it's Booster Gold in disguise! Like, you know, DC and Warner's have greenlit merchandise like this being out. There are toys, which is an interesting thing. The action figure line that's out, where everything's slightly weirdly proportioned. Look at those toys. Look at the lineup. There's no villain toy.
Well, why?
There's a Walmart exclusive with Lex Luthor, which is just a green and purple power armor, which isn't in the film. But like, there's Superman, like a shield version of Superman, 6 variations of Batman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman.
Can I just say though?
No villains, which is very telling.
Look at Marvel movies recently. One of the biggest gripes that majority of them get is
Marvel's biggest
sometimes the villains are a little bit weak.
We don't like the villains.
So what? Because DC are quite new to this, well, they're acting like that. So what they're doing is, well, you know, villains aren't always the best sometimes. Let's have all the heroes fight each other. It's fine. Everyone's gonna love the heroes.
Which is stupid because DC have some very strong villain characters. Very strong
Lex
villain
Luthor's
characters.
a strong villain character.
Yeah, it's a shame he wasn't in this movie. Like, it's, you know what I mean?
Mark Wahlberg, why are you in this movie?
What? No.
Why is he playing basketball with a few kids at the beginning?
Mark Wahlberg? You said Mark, that's why I did the what now? You mean Mark Zuckerberg while you're in this movie?
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg's like, so I'm going to get Superman and Batman to fight. And then when he punches it, he can feel it. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. So yeah, it's just, they've got some great villains and they don't utilise it. It's strange. It's a strange choice. Superman's got some amazing villains. Do you know who isn't an amazing Superman villain? Doomsday. Because Doomsday isn't a villain. Doomsday is an event. He's not Venom in the Sony franchise. He's not Venom in the Sony franchise. Like, Doomsday in this movie is a plot device to make the third act go up a gear. And he's not explained. He is Zod's corpse, mutated with Luthor's blood.
Does it even? Why would Luthor's blood make that?
Don't know. Why then is he a regenerating creature? In the comic books, Doomsday was a creature. It featured in the Death of Superman storyline. They wanted something strong enough to kill Superman. Everyone to go, oh my god, that could kill him, and then the two of them die. That's what he was invented for. He was a baby made by a mad scientist, murdered,
over and over
cloned, murdered in different ways again and again and again until he was basically impervious to nearly everything. And then he was involved in part of Krypton's destruction, we find out. Krypton. And then he arrives on Earth and is a non-stop killing machine, and the Justice League have a go and people try but they fail, and Superman is the one to deal the killing blow, but he also dies in the process. And Doomsday is an event villain. That's what he is. He's not a supervillain. He's just there. He's a beast for one story. In this, he's a third act MacGuffin to ramp up the action. He's fully CGI. He still he regenerates every time he's hurt,
but
in a way that protects. It's not limbs. It's like he started to grow back his limb.
No, it was just a spike. It was just like the.
No, there was like the base of it was sort of like stumps that would have been fingers, because they were sort of saying that it was growing, but that was where he was.
Why don't you cut off his head?
because that's sensible, and they don't want
MacGuffin.
to do sensible. But of course, Doomsday's in it. So what happens? Death of Superman. Because Zack Snyder has Googled Batman and Googled Superman and read the first couple of books that Amazon recommended to him.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight Returns, Death of Superman.
And a little bit of Injustice.
Yeah, and there's played some Injustice.
And I'm just going to say, I need to get this down. I need to drop it.
Drop that mic, son.
Hot. So, also they threw in the Easter story, right? So it's coincidental that this film comes out just before Easter, and the whole film's premise is Superman does something. His image and his image and himself gets metaphorically crucified, right? Throughout the film, he's, goes thing. He dies at the end of the film.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's buried.
And then what happens in the closing split second? They don't do it like overtly, but resurrection, the quivering of the coffin, the soil. So, and we know that he'll come back because Cavill's obviously signed like a 3-picture deal.
Has Zack Snyder watched Inception and gone, well, there's something right at the end of that film that people get get all the
who's the producer? Who's the producer? Of this movie?
Nolan. No, he's got to listen. I did this thing in Inception where I made a little ladle, just twiddle a little bit.
British.
Ladle a little bit.
He's sort of like soft British. It's like if a politician made movies. It's very softly spoken and looks like he couldn't do
Cut the benefits for disabled. No, he wouldn't say that.
That's what Batman would do. Because he ain't Batman. Oh, God. I feel like Cavill's been shat on. Give that guy a good script.
Give him a medal.
Give him a good director. Let him be Superman. And I bet you he would be so good. I'm going to say it again, he isn't Chris. No one ever will be. But they don't have to be. They just have to be their own version.
You're Chris.
I'm Chris, but I'm not Chris. It's Chris.
He's Superman.
Okay. We've, according to this, got... How long does that say? 2 minutes. Let's make this quick. So, you ready? Just really.
I'll drop the beat and you do it. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Where's this ranked in these movies? Alright, stop. Where's this ranked in these movies? I think Batman the movie's separate because it's a comedy film. It's not an action thingy film. It's its own beast and it's beautiful. It's definitely not better than these three. And I'm saying that with Dark Knight Rises included. Dark Knight Rises is a film with lots of poor decisions, but it is ultimately a very well-made film with some good...
I've not seen any of the... I've not seen actually...
You've seen the first two, I think.
I might have done, yeah, but I don't really remember them.
I think it's definitely... No, Quest for Peace is more enjoyable than Batman v Superman because you can at least get a bit drunk and have a laugh at how bad certain decisions are and the bad effect shots in The Last Superman. And I'm sorry, I'm saying it. I'm saying it. All is nearly forgiven.
Can I just say...
This is a more entertaining movie.
We would rather watch bat nipples in that film again.
I thought we could sum it up more beautifully than that. Thoughts down below. Leave in the comments. Where do you stand on all this? We'll probably chat back to you.
Martha!
Martha, the mums are called Martha. We should be super friends!
Thanks for watching, please come again. If you subscribe, I'll be your friend. But not really, 'cause that'd be weird.